Welcome to The Hurt is the Same. My name is Chantel Johnson, and each show is dedicated to my son, Christopher Johnson, who was the 109 homicide right here in Jackson, Mississippi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to The Hurt is the Same. How y'all doing tonight? Oh, what a day. I'm just going to tell y'all, today was not a good day for me. I've been rushing in all day. These homicides, I'm just going to jump right on and say what on my heart. These homicides. What is y'all waiting on for everybody to feel like they tired of being sick and tired? When is everybody going to put some fire up under these official asses like the governor and get him to start caring about these homicides? Nothing is more important in this city than these homicides. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody is addressing it. And the citizens, as I told y'all, it's always the citizens for me. You all don't say nothing about nothing. But the loss of life is a big deal. Those are more than numbers that y'all see come on the news and you hear about it. So, moving right on along tonight, I have a guest here with me tonight, and I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Taronda Walker. I currently stay in the city of Jackson. Unfortunately, I'm tired, just as well as everybody else, of being here. So, yes.
What bring you here tonight?
I have some issues to get off my chest, pretty much, in regards to the Jackson department, pretty much.
Well, hey, tell me your story. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what you've been going through, because one thing about living in this city, as this platform say, the hurt is the same. It don't make a difference what way it's coming from. The feeling is the same in all us humans. It hurts. And nowadays, nobody want to tell you it hurts. Well,
about 2 weeks ago, I had a JPD officer come to my home pretty much and sexually harass me.
Wow.
Yes.
When you say that, why was he called out there?
He was called to do an incident report initially.
Okay.
So that incident report led to him feeling like he can do whatever he felt like he wanted to do.
Okay. Well, with the incident report and that transpiring, what did you do as your next step to have it addressed? Did you talk to the lieutenant, the sergeant, the commander, anybody did you file a complaint? You know, what did you do?
Honestly, I didn't know what to do. So I called around, and a couple of people told me to, to really be on them, go to internal affairs. So it wouldn't be taken lightly. Because the way he was acting is if he do this all the time. So that's how that came about.
So you jumped straight to the top.
Yes.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, girl. Well, when you did your internal affairs complaint, have they got back in contact with you yet?
They have not.
But they got, how long it's been? Because they have a while to a grace period.
I filed on the 26th, the day right after the incident. Right after. So it wouldn't have been no time to slack up. Nothing. I needed answers. I needed things done immediately about that.
Well, if they haven't got back in contact with you, you got to wait on them and give them time enough to look at what your complaint is. But it is most definitely not acceptable in any job, not just that job, but any job. It is not acceptable because you got right and wrong.
You're right.
And you got your do's and your don'ts. And this land that we live on, it has rules and regulations for a reason in order to keep the order. And as you see, we all out of order.
Very much so.
In almost every aspect of the city, we out of order, and we need some help. And as I said, Capitol Police Department need to be over the whole city.
I wouldn't argue with you about that.
I think they need to be over the whole city. I think they need to be calling Madison, Rankin, Isabina. I think they need to be calling all the law enforcement agencies in for us some help.
I agree.
You know, because this city is on fire. It is on fire in every aspect of the city. It's like ain't no part of it no good.
You're right.
You know, and the ones that is good, they have to suffer with the bad, because it is some pretty good people that serve us. It's some that's generational, you know, but you also have the mimickers, the people that mimic every bad thing that the next one doing, you know. And as one of my previous callers said, it's too many of the buddy system. You know, in your neighborhood, you know this person, you letting them go. You got 4 more other precincts doing the same thing. You know, it's literally, it ain't what you know, it's who you know.
Right.
And that ain't right. And I tell people all the time, the scales of justice works. Believe it or not, it never would have been designed if it didn't work. It worked to produce the money, and it worked to produce the order. If everybody do what they supposed to do, you know?
Yes.
And when they supposed to do it. But, hey, you free to say anything you want to say, however you want to say it.
You don't want me to say what's on my mind right now.
Well, hey, I can't say it for you because I wasn't there. I don't know what happened because they already know. If you pinch me, I'm sure enough going to tell you.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. He did the utmost, the most. From him, as soon as he entered my home, he went into saying, "You're beautiful."
Well, let me tell you something.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I know what I look like.
Well, you know, like my granny used to say, ain't nothing changed but the faces. And see, me, I'm just who I am. And then I think about the generation curses, and I think about how nobody is held accountable, or not only how it made you feel, but how easy it was for them to think it was okay.
Oh, yes, he didn't.
You know, it's the mindset to me before the actions. Because I believe everybody think about what they going to do before they do it. They think about what they going to say before they see it.
Right.
You know, and that type of conduct.
In full uniform. I was just surprised.
You know, that type of conduct, but see, it's so many Jezebels running around here. See, it's so many Jezebels to where when they come up on one that ain't one, it's shocking.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Every woman is not for sale.
And everybody don't participate in that.
Right. And not only that, not even for the billionaires.
Okay.
You know,
and I know for JPD
and high class
JPD
people,
officer, come on now.
You know, a peasant ain't got a chance. You know, some of us understand that this is our temple. And some women was raised right. And you know, I get it all the time. You know, every woman get it all the time. But it's the mindset that you think that everybody is like that.
You're right.
You know, with or without the uniform, or people talking underneath a woman's clothes. You know, I remember when you done that, you got cut.
And then being in my own home, consistently saying that to me.
You know, back in the day, you would have got cut or ice pick.
Okay.
Because the only people that did that was the street women. And they had a name for them. You know. So, for number one, you're a young lady and you different in your day and time. You understand what I'm saying? Now people think your generation, everybody gonna go. When everybody ain't gonna go.
All right.
So, as a woman, you know, it's sad. It's sad that you even had to experience that, you know, or you either had to go through that by calling someone that you felt like that was finna do a job professionally.
And I invited him into my home.
To do the report?
It was raining. He offered to come in. I said, yeah, you know, I don't hate the law. I'm thinking you here to do your job. 2 minutes worth of paperwork. You can be in my presence in my home and be warm and comfortable for 2 minutes. And you can step right back on out and continue your day.
Yeah, cause
it should be that simple.
Yeah, because you at work. You at work. Like the city workers, you at work. Well, now what gonna happen if you don't get a response from them? From the people who you know, felt like this gonna handle the situation?
Oh, I gotta take that extra step further. On my behalf. I'm gonna have to. Because, like I said, I felt too uncomfortable in my own home at 10 o'clock in the morning. That was too early for me. And then I'm pregnant on top of that. It's too much. Too much to be dealing with.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you seen him before in your area or talked with him?
Never seen this man in my life.
So he's not nobody that worked the beat where you...
No, I don't call the police too much. It don't even be that type of situation where I stay.
Okay, because you know, the listeners want to know, well, this here and that, and this here and that. So it's a good thing that, you know, you cross those T's and dotted their I's. But I feel, and I'm going to say this because hopefully everybody ain't doing it. Hopefully everybody ain't doing it. So I'm going to say that Internal Affairs going to get back in contact with you. I'm going to say that they going to do their job for is investigating the situation. I'm going to believe that. So,
how long do you think it's going to take for them to do their job?
Well, now see that, depending on how you sent it, did you fax it, did you email?
Oh, no. I delivered it back into their hands the same day.
Oh, okay.
It was no faxing, no emails, no 2 or 3 business days. I dropped it off immediately after the fact.
Oh, okay. Well, they have X amount of time to look at it. Now that they do, before anybody can point the finger and say that they ain't did their part. So first thing you have to do is allow them to look at it. And once they do that, they will write you and inform you what they about to do.
Okay.
That's protocol. And then, hey, you can come back, you can follow up. We can talk about it again, and you can tell me how the outcome was, or do you feel comfortable with the way it went, the way it didn't go. But as a concerned citizen, just living here in Jackson, what are your views about anything else that you see on an everyday basis?
I honestly believe the police are interested in doing other things other than, like you said, the homicide rate too high. And you up in my face flirting. If you don't get on out my door, you got bigger problems.
Well, I want to know what I ain't been seeing no Hines County cars around Jackson. I've been seeing JPD cars. But I don't see hardly no Hines County cars at all no more. Because if we had Hines County, JPD,
In the capital.
and the Capitol, seem like to me, let the Capitol handle it because they don't need no help. I'm just here to tell you, the proof is in the damn pudding. They don't need no help. So JPD and Hines County can come on out their jurisdictions. Come on out, come on away from over there. Because they got it. Until we expand them and everybody can join together, seem like to me, JPD and Hines County need to be whatever Capitol Police say. Now that's just me. That's my opinion. Because seem like to me, they don't need no help. They catching their people less than 48 hours. Hell, less than 42. I said it right the first time. But they beating the deadline.
Ain't that the truth?
And they actually,
Doing their job.
they didn't come to play. I'm just going to tell you. And there's some good officers on JPD that gets up every day and love their job. I got a son in their uniform, so I know. It's a lot of good veterans that we still got that have been sticking by us and could have went other places. It's a lot of good rookies coming out of the academy. It's some good ones. And I'm not even going to say it's a whole lot of bad ones. Because for you to get up every day and put your life on the line, and I got a daughter in that uniform, so I got two. So for you to get up every day and do a job that's underpaid and overworked, you got to love it. It's like a social worker. You got to love it. You got to love what you do because the pay is not the reason that you're there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Same thing like a teacher. A teacher ain't making no whole lot of money, but she got the most important job than everybody. She play 10 roles every day in a child's life. So, you know, this world is made up of many, 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 many different people. Just make sure that each one of us is making the right decision and putting what you want to be judged by in your dash. Because this city is on fire. I keep trying to tell the citizens, this city is on fire and the hurt is the same. It's just when you suffer from a loss, that is it. Everything else is hurtful. But when you get to the loss of life, for those who know the worldly way, it's goodbye. For us, for me, it's sleeping. But both of them, you're not here. So when, you know, things go on in this city and the citizens sit back and not say anything.
Yeah.
You know, and they rule this city off of fear and lack of accountability because the citizens allow it.
That's kind of accurate. That's mostly accurate.
And the women, oh yeah, I'm talking to you women. Each and every last one of y'all. You hold the key. You hold the key to the community. You hold the key to everything. I don't care if you're black, white, Caucasian. I don't care what it is. If you're a woman, you hold the key. But the thing about it is, you all ain't doing nothing with it. But using it for all the wrong things. And the hood, boy, I wish Granny can come back and just snatch you out your soul. Because that ain't her legacy. That is not what she taught y'all. I know Jackson like the back of my hand. I know majority of the families here. And let me tell you something. We used to have to go to everybody's church. The people that I see now around here that's doing all this foolishness and stuff, that ain't y'all grandparents' legacy. That ain't what she taught y'all. That is not what she taught y'all. Now, you're doing like the people when, I keep trying to tell you, when Moses went up to get the 10 Commandments, y'all doing just like the people that they were doing. What the hell you want?
Right.
And the people that's making the 6 figures, that's supposed to be over us, they don't have a care in the world. Ain't shit going on behind their gates. None. They living their best life. While y'all sitting over here in a war zone. Where people can't even answer to a normal call. A normal call. Without doing what they see everybody else do. And not get in trouble. And people not say nothing. Women not say nothing. But you'll get on the phone and call everybody. So it ain't like don't nobody know. Because you want somebody to know. That's the same thing I don't understand about the people who take people's lives. You want everybody to know what you did. Because you done told somebody. Or you done told 2 or 3 people.
Right. Prior to, after, or during.
Yeah. You know, you brag on it. Hell, some of y'all even take pictures and record. It's the mindset for me. Why you want everybody to know that you're doing something wrong? You know why? Because nobody hold you accountable. Nobody says anything until they come to their front door. Then when they come to their front door, then you want the world to stop. That's how all of the 100 and some families this year, the 100 and some families last year, the 80 some families before then, you know what? That's how each one of y'all go down there one by one. Well, is there anything you want to say? Put it out there.
I hope they get their stuff together. Jackson as a whole, like, we already suffering with water. It's a lot going on. We have a lot going on. It's just too much. I just hope Jackson as a whole, collectively, get it together.
What do you see taking place in order to get it together?
Oh, we gotta get a lot of people on out the door. A lot.
Well, the hood got to start voting because they ain't putting no damn body in there no way. I keep trying to tell people the hood is not voting. The people that you got to appeal to is the people who got their problem fixed. Oh, you seem to get fixed. You see it steady getting fixed. You know why? Because they hold their job in their hands. The coin and flip. See, the hood used to hold their job in their hands. That's why grandparents and parents got stuff did.
All right.
You know? But now, them generations to stop voting. People don't vote. So therefore, everybody is only worried about the people who can take their job. And hell, if I was in their shoes, I'd take the same decision too, cause why not? You give me no other options.
Right.
You know, you give me no other option. I gotta appeal to the folks who gonna get up out and vote if I'm in this field.
You're right.
You know, as my grandmama used to say, a car salesman and a lawyer, they got to lie for a living. So don't expect them to tell the truth all the time.
Right.
You know? So some things you can just call it like you see it. You don't have to be no rocket science, especially when you live in it. Well, y'all stay tuned to the Earth is the Same. You can start calling the phone lines at 1-800-492-5186. We're going to commercial.
Okay.
Let's read and learn together. Meet Mason. Written by Sherry Tate. Illustrated by David. Mason is a young, inspired learner. Walk with him as he uses his 5 senses to explore the world around him. Your young one can learn to identify shapes, numbers, letters, and more with Meet Mason. Available now on Amazon.com. Have you had your Earthblend coffee today? At Earthblend Coffee, we take pride in offering you the very best of beans across the world, blended and roasted to perfection, giving you superior quality and satisfying and flavorful taste. Experience the world in one cup with Earthblend Coffee. To order, visit earthblendcoffee.co now.
Do you have something to say? Do you want your voice heard? Join the We Believe Global lineup. Be the star of your own show. For more info, call 800-492-5186, option number 1, or visit online at webelieve.global. Advertise on webelieve.global, a brand new digital media platform. Share your brand with our audience on our many global live stream TV broadcasts and over the radio. For more info, visit webelieve.global or call 800-492-5186, option 1.
Are you dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur, but you're not sure where or how to start? At Entrepreneurs Academy 101, our online program will guide you step by step on how to start and grow your own business. We offer courses such as how to write a business plan, how to create a budget, and so much more. Our online training program is designed for you to learn at your own pace, and there's no set order to complete this program. Because our academy is online, you have the choice to learn with a group, with friends, or individually. Upon completion of the entire curriculum, you will receive a certificate of achievement to acknowledge that you have completed the training needed to become a successful entrepreneur. So enroll today to design the life that you love. Contact your entrepreneur coach, Brenda Myers, at 601-672-0695 or visit our website at www.entrepreneursacademy101.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Q Talicia Garrett. I am here to introduce our New South Development and Training Outreach Hour every Tuesday at 2 p.m., giving you information on how to become a part of the programs through USDA and Farm Service Agency. We can be reached at 678-779-9468. We can also be found online at newsouthoutreach.com.
Welcome back to the Heard Is the Same. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. Hey, I got another guest. I keep trying to tell y'all. I want to thank the community for getting involved. And if you don't get involved, hey, if I see you, whatever the Spirit tell me, I'm going to tell you. And it's up to you to make the choice like Jesus give us free will. And I want to bring my guest in tonight. I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell you how we met.
My name is Wendy Wilson White, candidate for Hinds County Circuit Court Judge District 2. And believe it or not, while out this evening holding one of my Vote Wendy Wilson White large campaign signs on the corner of Northside and State Street, we had an encounter. And I was invited on. I accepted the invitation, and here I am.
Exactly. You know what I told? My next show ain't until Wednesday. The election is Tuesday. So, hey, I got to tell you what he told me to tell you, because you know these people up here, y'all know I tell y'all about them all the time. They just be talking, and Miss Johnson just be moving like the vessel that I am. I just follow it. So I told her, I said, come on my show and talk to the people and let them know, you know, what are you offering and what you been doing. And as y'all know, I was sitting here looking at her little flyer, and my eyes went to straight mental health. I ain't see nothing else on the thing. I went back and read it, but everybody know me. Mental health, I've been an advocate and fight for 20 plus years. My eyes went straight to that. So I want to applaud you for number one, for even being interested and understanding the importance of mental health.
Sure, you want me to tell you how that became to be so important to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Early in my practice, I accepted a position with Disability Rights Mississippi. That's the state's only protection and advocacy agency. But prior to going there and being an attorney advocate, I was actually a member of their advisory council. So when that managing attorney position became available, I applied for it and I was offered the position. So for 3 years, I worked on behalf of Mississippians with mental illness, and that's what gave me an appreciation for mental health. Just fighting for very basic rights, the right to be educated, the right to vote, the right to socialize, the right to live in what we consider to be the free world, the right not to be institutionalized, the right to have medical treatment, mental health treatment, assistive technology, you name it. And so after I left that position, to join the city of Jackson as its chief city prosecutor, and not long after I joined the city, I came to realize how much mental illness spilled over into the criminal justice system. Yes. And just, really got into trying to find the appropriate resolutions for people who find themselves inside that system who live with mental illness.
Oh, yes, I fought that system 20 plus years. Oh, yes, I truly understand.
And people who live with mental illness are deserving of an opportunity to live in the free world, as we call it. And you can do that successfully, with treatment, with counseling, and just the proper support. So we just need support.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree.
So that's how mental health became one of the re's of my Redefining Justice. Redefining Justice is my platform.
All right. I was trying to see about this thing, but he'll have to come do that.
Okay.
All right. Tell me the reason why you're running and who seat you're running for and what you gonna do when you get there.
I can do all of that. Judge Green is retiring. She's been on the bench, as I know, since 1999. This will be her last year. It's an open seat that I'm running for. I would not be being honest if I told you and your listening audience that I dreamt of this as a child. I did not. This is not something that I had a lifelong plan of doing. I'm originally from Jackson. If I'm not mistaken, I'm the only candidate in this race who was born and raised in Jackson. I lived my early years on Barrett Avenue around the corner from Jim Hill and Isabel. So from there until now, Jackson and Hinds County have been all that I've known. So I can tell you what Jackson used to be because I know when we had to race the streetlights home. You had to be home before the streetlights came on, and my mom would allow us to play from our driveway. We could go one driveway to the right and one driveway to the left, but kids were outside and everybody took care of everybody. It was a community, and when people say it takes a village, I know that because we had that village. So where we are now is far different from what I grew up in, and I just have a love for Jackson. I have a love for Hinds County. I have a love for people, and I have a love for the law. And Redefining Justice was born from that because things have changed, so we need to change.
Amen.
And the 3 reasons I have are redefining our crime fighting efforts because I think we need to do something different. We need to do better. We need to make sure we're holding people accountable. Accountable is important. Accountability is important. We need appropriate bonds. It pains me when I, like you, see it play out in the news that we're seeing the same people cycle through the system. That should not be the case. Mental health is yet another re, and I've explained to you how and why mental health is so important to me and why I'm passionate about it. I just think that community deserves to be protected. And I want to do as much as I can to do that. And I have done that even as a prosecutor for the last 8 years. And lastly, education. And I adopted education. One, I have a teaching background, but so did my mother. My mother was a teacher up until she passed. She taught and retired from public education for 27 and a half years, and she opened a daycare in West Jackson off of Capitol Street, where she stayed for another 27 years before she passed. Education is dear to me. We're seeing our children, get involved in some things that they should not be involved in. And, as I say before, we don't want to see our children leave here too soon, and we don't want to see our children inside the criminal justice system. Neither of those places are right for them. So that's how I arrived at redefining justice. I just want to be a part of fixing what I see is wrong with Jackson, Hinds County, and the court system. And I'm bringing to the bench 8 years of criminal prosecutorial experience. I've been an assistant district attorney here in Hinds County now for a little bit over 2 years. And for 6 years prior to that, I was the chief city prosecutor for the city. So that's 8 years of my 21 years of legal practice. So for 13 years, I was a civil litigator. I represented individuals such as ourselves. I've defended the large insurance companies and corporations. And for 3 of those 13 years, I was a mental health attorney advocate. So I feel like I'm bringing the experience you would want your circuit court judge to have. I've been playing the game. I've played every position, and I want to elevate my career in such a way that benefits us, not me, but us. We can fix this. It's not going to be overnight. I don't have a quick fix. I don't have a magic potion, but we need to start now.
I totally
if we want to see this thing go in reverse.
I totally agree with everything that you're saying. And, hey, congratulations to your retirement, Judge. Thank you for serving. And if we going to have anybody that be there long term like she was, we got to get you in there.
I agree.
Because that's a seat that don't nobody want to get up when they get it. She leaves some big shoes to fill.
She is.
She is leaving some big shoes to fill.
Is.
And, some people have their opinions. Other people have their opinion. But one thing that I did know, she understood mental illness. And a lot of candidates, they not saying anything about it because it's still shameful.
There does seem to be a stigma associated with mental health, and we need to get beyond that.
Most definitely.
If you recognize that something is not right, address it like you would any other, off feeling or, ailment that you have, any pain, address it. And if you see a change in someone, go to them and help them seek out the services that they need.
Yeah, because, people have a stigma on it, but me living this life, I'm here to tell you, it ain't a human being alive that ain't had no mental problem.
I'm sure.
I'm sure. Whether they want to admit it
exactly
or not, it's going to happen.
It is.
It's going to happen because life going to bring it. But to have somebody in that seat that understands, because that was one of my biggest problems with my son, who had an IQ of 58, where the career criminals were using to take the fall. And when you got somebody sitting up there on that bench, you need somebody to be able to identify.
Who recognizes that.
Who recognizes the street hustle that they going to get over on and let the slow boy take the fall while the career criminals walk.
And that's happening to our children, too.
Oh, most definitely. I lived it.
That's happening to our children.
I lived it. They prosecuted my son. He had an IQ of 58. Had audio and video of him actually doing the transaction, but the masterminder give him a pack of cigarettes.
That was his pay?
That was his pay. And I fought him tooth and nails in Madison County. But his Social Security number had never been registered in the criminal justice system. They like them kind. If you find a young black male, white, Caucasian, color don't matter. It's that number. If it ain't never been in that system, they gonna find a way
to get it in the system.
To get it in the system. And as I said before, the criminal justice scales work. It actually worked. That's why it's balanced. You know, but we got to have people up there who understand that it's balanced.
We do, and that's what I was alluding to when I said you want someone who has, such as myself is how I feel about it, who has played every position on the field. You know, I've played offense, I've played defense, I've filed lawsuits, I've defended lawsuits.
Right.
You want someone who understands mental health. So when someone is injured, we need to get you the help you need.
Right.
You need someone who's, you know, making decisions, who has been at the table and a part of the decision-making process. Someone who's seen all of these case scenarios, all of these, you know, different facts and circumstances. If you can imagine, I'm sure I've seen it. In 8 years, you know, things tend to surprise me on occasion, but most times not.
I know.
Most times not. And I have seen a lot, and I've had to deal with a lot. And, you know, sometimes I want to say there are dark days, but I find comfort in what I'm doing because, you know, whether I'm at the table trying to be a part of the solution or not does not mean these things aren't taking place. It just means I won't be a part of the solution.
Right. And I want to be a part of the solution.
And I do too.
You know.
And it's going to take more of us to want that.
Yes.
You know, standing back being cheerleaders is not what we need. We need all hands on deck to fix this.
Most definitely. And you got to get out and vote.
Please vote. Please vote. November 8th.
You know, I don't get it. The hood, y'all got to get out and vote. Ain't no spot over on Tuesdays that's really popping. So you can get out and go vote from 7 to 7. Ain't
no
nothing,
excuse.
Ain't nothing. Don't be trying to go to happy hour now. Don't be doing that. Go vote. Go vote, because it's a lot of you all that is registered.
Yeah.
Oh, you registered. That's how we know you ain't voting.
There's a record.
So it ain't like you not registered. Please get out and vote. Take at least 3 to 5 people with you, because I ain't gonna exaggerate and say 10, because I know my people. I know y'all, and I love you to death, but I know you.
It won't be 10.
If they ain't gonna put that many in their car, they ain't gonna do that. So I'm just gonna ask you.
Make 2 trips.
I'm gonna ask you just do the norm. Don't want you to get nervous and so you can quit and say, don't worry about it. I want you to just do the norm. Just take 3 to 5 people with you. Them same people that you call and talk to every day. Mm-hmm. Just take them and then let them tell 3 to 5. We ain't gonna push it.
Like wildfire.
And then let it spread. Because as you know, I've been telling y'all over and over and over, voting is important. It is very, very, very important. Convicted felons, I told y'all, the laws have changed. The people who done got their record expunged, you can vote. And if you have any problem at the voting polls, talk about it like you talk about all the other stuff. Now, that's the time that we really want you to tell it. Now, if you go there and you have some problem and you know you supposed to have been voted and it just don't happen, they don't let you do it.
Make a noise.
Make some noise. Don't not accept it. Because the voting is very, very, very important. And vote for the right person. Put the right person up there. Because you already know if you get up there, whatever you say you're going to do, you know Miss John's going to be way back there in the back, and I ain't going to tell you about all my birdies I got. I got them look like me and the one that don't look like me. The one that speak English, the one who can't talk, include the deaf people. We talk too, so I'm just telling. So I put my stamp on it.
Yeah, accountability, that
I put my stamp on it. Everybody that came on here, everybody that I support, who haven't came on here, y'all already know. I'm going to be down there because I got time. I ain't got nothing to do but love on my city. That's all I got to do is love on my city and get it back. Because right now, our ancestors, they over there turning. To you mothers, Get them bad seeds out of there. Don't y'all let them bad seeds spoil y'all whole bunch. You already knew. She told you before she passed away about that boy or that gal. She already had told you when you went over there across them tracks. You already know.
I'm not surprised.
Tap back into that. And then you know what she'll be doing if you ain't vote. And you got her favorite lamp sitting over there still.
You know,
And you know, you still using that lawnmower you got from her. and yeah, I'm telling you now, do like granny. Favorite auntie, favorite uncle, granddaddy, for y'all that's over there, still in your grandparents' house, you don't even pay the taxes on the auntie with the money pay. Go vote. Get up and go vote. Okay? Well, we gonna let her say the last few things she want to say to let you know, go vote. And vote for her.
Thank you. Again, my name is Wendy Wilson White. Easier to remember is WWW. On November 8th, you will indeed have an opportunity to vote, and I'm asking you for your vote. I feel as though I'm deserving of it because of the experience I bring to the table. My love and compassion for Jackson, Hinds County, and the people. I have been here my entire life. I'm a product of Jackson Public Schools. I graduated from Provine. I went on to finish at Tougaloo College. I have my master's in finance from Clark Atlanta, and I came out of law school in 2001 from MC, right there in Clinton. The law school is downtown, but I'm fully invested here. I feel as though I have the experience you want your circuit court judge to have. And on November 8th, I encourage you to vote as if your life depends on it, because one day it could. You know, I hear a lot of people say that there's not a lot of interest in the judicial race, but there should be, because you want an experienced judge, you want a fair judge, you want an impartial judge when you find yourself standing before a judge or in need of a judge.
And let me tell you something about the circuit court. When you make it up there, it's a big deal. It don't get no bigger than that, okay? In the criminal justice system. I will break it down so my people can understand, okay? Don't be calling me talking about Red who on the bench, because now you can vote and put who you need on the bench.
Exactly.
Okay? So I'm just telling you all, once your family member make it to the circuit court,
It's serious.
let me tell you something. Y'all ain't got no $15,000 retainer fees. You all don't have no house and no property to put up. And ain't nobody paying no lawyer or no bail bondman like a light bill like Granny, but a few of us like myself. So I'm just saying, it's rare. So the best thing to do is put the best person up there for the job who understands. And you know how when you have some problems and you make it up there, you want somebody who's going to be punished fairly. I'm going to tell you like my granny used to say, it ain't my job to get you out of nothing, gal. My job is to show up and make sure them folks punish you fairly and not railroad you. That's the scales of
So
justice.
she's teaching you consequences.
That's the scales of justice that's balanced.
Exactly.
So vote WWW. Now that's easy to remember.
Exactly.
Super easy to remember. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. I want to thank Miss Wendy Wilson White for joining me and trusting my word. Hey, my spirit was just drawn to them. So, these homicides, y'all please get involved. Y'all please get involved.
Stop.
You know, we're going to be working on to get some more court with some more judges. So you're going to have to get out and vote again anyway. So go on, exercise your right to vote. As you all know, stay involved. Go vote. I can't say that enough. Get involved. See something, say something. Update on my son case. 1 down, 3 to go. And as you know, say his name, Christopher.
My name is Wendy Wilson White. I'm a candidate for Hinds County Circuit Court Judge District 2. I was born here and I stayed here. I'm a graduate of Provine High School,
Tougaloo College, and Mississippi College School of Law. I've been practicing law here in Jackson and Hinds County since 2001. I have 21 years of trial and courtroom experience, and for the past 8 years, I've been prosecuting crime. I'm running for circuit court judge because I want to redefine justice. We don't deserve to feel unsafe on the streets of Jackson and Hinds County, and you don't deserve to see your families and loved ones